Hi. Um, so this is one of those nights where I feel like I want to talk, but I don't really feel like I have anyone I can talk to about this kind of shit. So I'm just gonna make a YouTube video because that's what mentally stable people do. So you know, I'm a weep, and anime is like the kind of shit that I relate to the most for some reason. I don't know what went wrong in my childhood or whatever, that anime seems to be like the one thing that I can always like really relate to and always feel like is always there, like an emotional outlet kind of. Um and there's this really popular scene in Attack on Titan where um Eren, the main character, is standing at the ocean or the sea or whatever you want to say, and the sea is obviously um, metaphorically or not really. I mean, it's kind of like meant to be like this huge goal, and up to that point, it was always we always thought that it would be like a huge deal once they get there, because that's what we've been working for all this time, right? And to this day, this is like one of the most soul crushing scenes for me because, yeah, I mean, I'm basically spoiling anyway, but to kind of keep it short, the point is that there is no other side of the sea, or at least there is not really. Basically, all the efforts that went into it up to that point um, proved to be kind of meaningless. Or rather, the question was, what if there is no other side of the sea, or the other side of the sea is not what we expect? And that's, I don't know, for some reason, that's something I can really feel right now because I feel extremely aimless and yeah, I don't want to talk too loudly. Don't worry about it because I'm living in the student dorm and stuff. But yeah, the point being that what if there is no finite, not infinite, no finish line? What if you just keep going and someday you come to realize that there is not a point where suddenly everything will be okay, or where suddenly everything just makes sense again, Um, and it's fucking dreading me. Like, to come to think that, I don't know, like, when I feel like I have something to look forward to, I feel like I can put in quite a lot of effort. Like, I can be lazy at times, but generally speaking, I feel like I have like decent discipline, and when I feel like that something serves a purpose, um, then I don't mind spending a lot of time doing it and trying to work towards that goal. But right now, I'm at a point where I don't know if that purpose will, if such a thing even exists, because um, come to think of it, I'm never really satisfied. Not with myself, not with my situation, not with anything really, which is, on the one hand, it pushes me to just always, keep going and try to improve some way or another. Um, but on the other hand, it also means that no matter what I quote unquote achieve or do, I never feel like it's enough. It always feels like I'm just trying to momentarily, momentarily trying to fill that hole with something, just like a momentarily obsession. And yeah, once I have that, or once I've achieved that goal, I momentarily feel happy and satisfied, I guess. But in the long term, those feelings will catch up to me again. That I will feel like, you know, this is not enough. I need something else. And it's fucking crazy how how I can gaslight myself into saying like, hey, just do X thing, like another thing, and then it suddenly becomes alright again or bearable again for, you know, until I've achieved another thing that I was trying to, or that I was working for. And it sometimes it kind of becomes like this endless cycle, I guess. Which I mean, you could say that, hey, that's what life is about. There's not a finish line, or if there is a finish line, that being death, then then it's over. But until then, all you can do is just to um, keep going, right? Um, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like such a pointless endeavor or whatever. It just, yeah, I feel like, I don't know. It seems like I'm just running away from the core problem. That being that at the end of the day, there is probably nothing worthwhile at the metaphorical other side of the sea. So yeah, that's something that kind of freaks me out. And I don't know, you know, I sometimes wonder how many people do the same thing, where they actually, you know, becoming an adult, for example, right? You always have this preconception that, or when I was younger, I had that I thought that adults, or quote unquote adults, whatever an adult is at this point anyway, or ever was, um, that they just have their shit together and they do something or they do stuff, and that stuff serves a purpose and they just keep going. And yeah, someday they will die, but hey, they did something, they did stuff, right? So, but I don't know, I wonder if like people who just work normal jobs and have normal lives, do they not feel like what they're I'm just seeing that like occasionally I peaked the mic, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, anyway, that do they not have that feeling? Like, do they not? I mean, I guess they have, but isn't it crazy to think that we all just kind of wandering around aimlessly? That like that's just something that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, there must be like something, right? I mean, and I guess the easiest answer would just be to like, oh, pursue a relationship and a family, and I don't know. I guess when you have a child or something, your brain kind of forces you to just be happy, or like to want to care for that child or whatever, because that's how our brain works, which is fine. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, But yeah, to me, I'm just wondering, is is there not, like I said, like I don't think I'll ever be satisfied with what I have. So even if it should ever come to that point, I don't know if that would really give me anything. And, you know, I wouldn't want to drag someone else into this world when I haven't even figured out my own shit, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. This kind of thing is kind of weird now that I think about it. Like me just talking into a camera, or into the microphone as well, I guess. I don't know. Why is it so easy to just. I mean, I'm not really anonymous that much, right? I'm showing my face and you can hear my voice, but for some reason it's just easier to talk about the stuff when, I don't know, there's no one on the other side, or no one that you can see at least. Um, and I guess that probably this will hopefully not have any direct repercussions to my future, because if that's the case, then I'm pretty much fucked. But yeah, the point being, I don't know if there's something on the other side. I don't fucking know. Um, but yeah, that's just a quick something I wanted to put out because I just felt like talking today. Um, and yeah, I want to keep doing this, even if it's just for myself, so I can keep track of me talking about the stuff, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of funny how my last video is almost a year ago, and in that video, I think I said that in a year's time, nothing will probably have changed, and I will still be at the same fucking spot. Um, and technically, I'm not, because I moved out, for example, but nothing really feels different, you know, like that's like another thing. I thought like, okay, I'm just gonna move out. I'm just gonna move out, and once I've done that, then things will just be good or something, I guess. And then I moved out, and momentarily it was something new, kind of, I guess. But now I'm just sitting here, and I'm thinking it's essentially the same thing, you know. Just my walls have changed, I guess, but yeah, that's kind of about it. So yeah, anyway, take care.